Hey, this is a microphone check. If anyone's here, can hear me, please let me know. This will be the first time I'm streaming this game live and talking over it, so if you are joining me, welcome.
Welcome to the planet, Commander. Local natives have agreed to join us to overthrow the Strath rebels that have invaded their homes. Let's start by establishing your first colony. Locate the command center in the build
Alright, I
menu
got a
at the
bug here
bottom
where
left of
there's
the screen.
only 3
Select
people,
it
but there's
and
actually
place it by
6
clicking
there,
the
but they
terrain
all
of your
tend to
colonists.
spawn on top of each other, so I need to fix that. I'll get started here. Always set up command to center first. I feel like I do the same thing every time I play this. I'd love to see someone else play it so I can see what they do. But for me, I tend to set this first planet up the same way every time.
Colonists require a constant supply of food rations to survive. Keep an eye on your resource production at the top of the screen. A negative production number means that you are consuming more than you are producing. In order to produce food rations, you will need to build farms and assign colonists to them. Once you have a supply of food rations, you can recruit more colonists through the command center.
Alright, I always start with 2 farms instead of 1 because I like to get farming started pretty quick.
Now
so
that you have your food
recruiting.
production established, it is time to start collecting resources. This planet is rich in iron and
Guys are
copper.
not running
Let's
straight.
start by collecting iron and manufacturing into
Guys.
usable parts. Locate iron deposit near your command center and build a resource extractor to start extracting the iron. An iron fabricator is needed to process the iron
let's see
into
what we got
parts
going
that
on
can
here.
be used for constructing buildings and building mechs.
So this guy, we're going to go take that out first. And then move to these planets. Iron and titanium. So there's my tier 2 research that I want to try to get to before I move on to these. Hopefully they don't come into this planet before that. Alright, there's another bug. For some reason when I hover over a planet it should have this pop up here. When I do that out here it's not popping up. So I need to fix that.
Defeating enemy bases will require some additional firepower. Combat-ready mechs are essential in expanding your colony. Mechs require energy cells in order to build. To build energy cells, you will need to process copper at the energy manufacturer. Build the necessary buildings to collect copper and produce energy cells.
Alright, I did fix this background. This used to be black, but now I've put some stars back there. It looks a little better. It actually matches this. I don't know why it's kind of a lower resolution version of it though, but it's better than black. Alright, so I want to get my iron and copper resources set up here. I might need to put someone on that. There we go. And these miners generate the raw resources, which you can see up here. The copper is being mined at 8, since I have 2 guys on there, and the iron as well. That raw resource is what is needed to make the building that processes those resources into parts, and the parts are what's used in the game to craft and construct things. So these are kind of worthless on their own. You need to really construct a building to process those resources. You can see this one takes copper. I need 25. After another turn, I should have enough. I want to make sure I got these guys. Wood is really only there to get things started, farms and your miner. But once you have those set up, you really don't need much wood. You're really needing these other resources. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of these guys off. And always check this, make sure I keep recruiting and just in time for these guys. Usually once they start attacking, they will continue to attack, so I may need to keep some guys here. Build my mech factory.
Ongoing energy cell production
And
is
I want to
required
get
to keep your
research up
mechs
pretty
operating.
quick.
As you start building mechs, be sure to keep an eye on your production in order to keep it in the green. Once you have mechs built, you can use them to invade the enemy camp and destroy them to eliminate them from this planet.
I did recently decrease the build speed on all the buildings by, they used to be set to 30 seconds, took them down to 20 seconds. I should make some of this earlier gameplay a little quicker. You're not sitting around watching buildings build as much. These guys are also set up so to every miner there's 2 buildings to have perfect production here. This is producing 16. Each one of these is consuming 8 each, so if you want to kind of keep those balanced. I need one more energy manufacturer here, so let me build him. And I want to set up research early because I need to get through these research trees. This is another update that I have in the latest build that you won't see in the playtest build. I see there's a bug here. This thing's not shutting off over here. Just put that, updated those last night. And I think I want to get tanks here early. Actually, let me go wildlife. I like using the wildlife, so go ahead and research that one. That might need to be a 2-point item, but we'll see. I put everything at 1. I also did add points. Everything used to cost 1, which meant you can do everything at the start. Now there are some that cost 2, and then upgrading to the next tier costs 3. That basically means you need to have 3 planets at a minimum colonized before you can move to the next tier. It was a bit odd that you can move up to tier 2 almost immediately, even though you weren't really at a point in the game where you could capitalize on tier 2 resources. That also gives me the ability to put some tier 2 resources out here on the starting planet so that they're there when you get it, but again, you can't get it right away. You still need to go colonize 3 planets before you can actually research it. Alright, I almost got everything set up here. Let me check. These guys are probably going to send people here soon. This is kind of where I want to get my starting base. 1 miner, 1 iron miner, 1 copper miner, 2 fabricators. This gives me perfect production, plus 16, consume 16, and you can check that, building 16, consuming 16, because these raw resources really aren't needed other than to craft the fabricators, so you really want those to stay at 0 to have efficient production. This should allow me to build some combat mechs. Oh yeah, I'm behind here. generally, I think it only takes about 5 mechs here to clear out this first base. So I'm going to build 5 here and probably just send them over. I can recruit again, but I don't think I'm going to. I just don't need those people. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and do that, because I will need them to transport to the new planet and start operations. So kind of want some extra people there. So I'll create some, just put them on wood. That also helps when I'm colonizing planets to move wood with me, because it helps me establish that initial base. The command center and the farms take wood, and the miners, so it's good to have wood when you first start. Alright, these guys are kind of moving all around here. Nope. Also have this floating issue. Don't quite know how to fix that yet. It's due to the nav mesh not being conforming to the terrain. So the terrain collision is there, but the nav mesh is kind of low res, so it stands out in places. Alright, let's go over. The AI is kind of basic right now. They're pretty easy to destroy. You'll see I can come in here and attack this command center, and these guys won't come and protect it yet. I do need to update some code to you know, have them protect their base when they do start getting attacked. That way I can't just move these guys in and attack them. But for you know, quick gameplay here, I do want to get to space here. It kind of helps get there quicker. Looks like nope. It looks like an issue that they were kind of all shooting at the same time. There's code in there to keep that from happening, but it looks like they stopped. Alright, those guys are gonna go ahead and take care of that. Meantime, I'm gonna see what I need to do here to go over this planet and take it out. There is one, I believe that's probably a Corvette there. Pretty easy, but he will build up to 3 initially here. So if I don't move too quick, he's gonna have more ships than I can probably take out too early. But need to control a planet before I build the space station, or else I'd be able to build that earlier. That's something I might change. I think coming into a planet without a space station, being able to build might be worth it. But actually here I'll destroy the...
You have destroyed the Strathbribble base.
Alright,
You are now in
them.
control of this planet and can establish your space operations. Press tab on the keyboard to switch between the planet and space. Once in space, use the build menu at the bottom left of the screen to build a space station.
Alright, I'm going to set this up, set the shipyard up. Just build one shipyard. I know some people I've seen play put multiple shipyards, but I don't know, I don't generally build that quick on ships, especially early in the game. Go ahead and go take out the rest of these guys just so they don't cause any trouble later. I also need to set some, I'll go ahead and do that, set some of these miners up. That way I can capitalize on these 2 resources that are now unoccupied. And I'm going to put the fabricators over here and not in the main base, just so I keep them all together. And now I do need some people. I'm going to recruit a few more here while I'm at it. Send them over here. Send these guys over too. Alright, got that already building. Let's put one guy in there. Go kill one, or grab one of these guys. It's making a lot of wood. We don't need all that wood, so let's move them over. Put one of them in there. Alright, I'm going to try to get a Corvette built here. Need 300 iron parts. The reason is that these guys on the planet here, they're not really useful much anymore because no one's going to attack me on this home planet. And these guys are just consuming energy, consuming 5 energy a turn. So I want to load them up into a starship. They don't use their needs. They don't use whatever they need to survive on a starship. So getting them off the planet, it will just allow me to collect energy cells a little faster. Looks like I've almost got these guys all ready to go. So let's see, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 more colonists, and I think I have that. So I'm just gonna send them over here now. One change I do want to make is you can't assign to these buildings until they're actually built. Just because you're going so quick here, I feel like that's kind of a burden to sit there and wait for them, especially later in the game where you're setting up a planet very quickly. You don't want to sit there and wait for them to build, so I need to make an update where you can assign these colonists to buildings, and they'll wait for it to get built before they assign themselves to it, but they'll assign as soon as it gets built. Alright, let's see if I can get a ship here. Nope. Need to wait. I did update these models. I need to update that rotate speed. That's very, very slow. Yeah, added a new Corvette. The Corvette used to be a different model, and I just kind of got tired of looking at it, so I put another one in. And I also colored the transport used to, and I need to update this thumbnail. Transport thumbnail. Change the texture here to reflect the faction that it's coming from. It had some blue in there, but this gold was kind of the predominant color. So just change that to blue. And I can build a Corvette here, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. And which direction am I going? I'm going to go ahead and just move that guy. Have these come over here so they're a little quicker to jump when they're ready. And I'll come back in here and just make sure all these guys are all situated. Okay, I've got all my production going. Wait for that ship to get built, and I'm going to load those guys up. There we go. And I'll put them all in there. Now my iron parts do not look to be... Make sure those are all... Yeah, I got plus 32. Just going a little slow. This is something in the early game that I may look into on pace of play here. I know I probably move a lot quicker than most players because I know exactly what I'm doing, but I feel like at this point you should have a couple Corvettes, but I need to balance that with not having so many later in the game because your stockpile kind of builds up. Alright, I have my wildlife, which is actually good. I'm going to go ahead and build that here. This planet has... I have no way to see that, do I? These Karchmar characters, which are good in numbers. So go ahead and build this wildlife center. So I can start putting those in, so when I raid that planet over there, I'm just going to do it with a bunch of these wildlife characters. There was some animation issues. If you go look at the trailer that came out yesterday, the animations for the all the creatures they don't work in there. I tried to cut the scenes out where they were shown, but if you look closely, you can see that they kind of just hover. That was fixed, but not before that trailer was made. Alright, keep these guys going. This has... Let's see, it has the bots in there, which the bots may be enough to take this out. So yeah, there's another issue. The AI doesn't actually start running on a planet until you kind of look at the planet. It sets their idle. So I need to do that because this thing should be built up more than it looks like just one command center and a few people. But again, good for quick gameplay. I'm going to send that Corvette over and unload those guys. So, I'm just going to send them over.
Going there now.
Send them way over here. Keep these guys out of the way.
Now.
And I'm just going to dump these bots in there. Actually, you know what? We will put these guys in here. See how they work out. Send him over there too.
Moving there now.
It's kind of an even fight. 2 ships on 2 ships. The AI is actually scaled down a little bit, so they're easier to kill. This first faction, at least, the Strath Rebels, have their damage scaled down, so they're going to be technically outmatched if it's 2 on 2. But they will build a 3rd starship here soon. I do also need to have them build a actual shipyard because right now they're just building those out of their command center. Alright, we have our ships coming in here. As those ships are preparing.
We are on our way. Going
actually,
there now. Moving there now.
Wait for the other ship to get here, and I'm just going to dump both of those. Where's that other ship? He's not moving very fast, is he? Alright, I'm gonna just drop these guys right in the middle. I'm gonna send... Yeah, let's send these guys in first. Just gonna drop them there. There you go. And... wow, that was very quick. They might be a little overpowered. Drop those guys there. They don't do so well at building stuff, which is technically a bug, but I may leave that. Can't attack buildings, which probably kind of makes sense for these guys. They shouldn't be able to actually damage buildings, but they do sometimes. Yeah, they'll attack that command center. Just run around it. There we are. We're good. Let's check. We gotta kill this space station.
Target acquired. Attacking.
That's also something new. Have some voices in there. Now there is a way to kind of cheat on these guys. It's just, if you actually want to do it, you can turn around.
We are on our way.
Keep moving around them, and that weapon they're using is not quite fast enough to keep up with the Corvette.
Moving
so,
out. Advancing to position. Moving out.
They're gonna go down here pretty quick. get him? Looks like it.
Moving there now. Setting course. We are on our way. Setting
Do
course.
some evasive maneuvers here. Stay away
Setting
from
course.
fire.
Going now. Moving out.
Just
Moving
in
there now.
case.
Course set. On the move. Moving there now. Going there now. Going now. Moving there now. Moving there now. On our way. On the move. We are on our way.
Alright.
Engaging enemy.
Should be able to attack space station here. They may spawn one more ship, so get this back up in here.
Firing on enemy.
And we do finally have production going. I'm going to go ahead and build a transport ship. This thing has a lot of cargo space, more importantly trade capacity. So when I set up trade on that planet, it's going to be producing 32 iron, or 32 parts, and I want to move those into my home planet so I can build everything at my home planet. So this transport has the ability to trade those on a continuous basis, whereas the Corvette does not have that capability. Also allows me to bring more cargo. Actually, I don't think the Corvette allows any cargo at all. So in order to get parts over there, I'm going to load up some, generally 5 colonists and 100 wood. Is a good starting point on any planet. You can pretty much do everything, start your planet off with just those supplies. So and I need a few more. Let's just make 5 new guys here. Take 5 and we'll take all this wood and we will go over here and start to colonize.
Moving out.
And these guys have a guy to
Firing
deal
on
with.
enemy.
Going there now.
So move these guys around again to keep them out of the
Advancing to
way.
position. Moving there now. Going there now. Advancing to position. Course set. Advancing to position. Course set. Going now. Going now. We are on our way. Moving there now. Setting course. Moving there now. On the move.
Don't get too close.
Setting course. Going now. Setting course.
Maybe I
on
should
our
get a little
way.
further away.
Going there
Oh,
now.
there we go. Alright.
Attacking.
Take that thing out. Nope. You're not reaching it. There we go. Alright, that is going to be done soon. In which case, let's build this. We've taken that out. So we should take the planet here in a second. Nope, that's my research. Waiting here, I am going to I'm going to hold off and get the Razor, but I need one more research lab, which is going to be this planet. And, oh, did it get destroyed? Yeah, it got destroyed when I went there. Alright, I'm going to set this guy up over here. Put him up on the other side. Hopefully I didn't build that too close. We need to move them back up into our transport. We're going to deploy these down here. I did lose a couple bots there, but let me move these back into here. That way my energy, they're slowly dying on this planet because I have no energy here to keep them alive. And they're just consuming food on here. I don't need them. Alright, I'm gonna have him go back and pick some wood up. That way I can build this base a little quicker with that wood. These colonists down here really aren't producing quick enough. I also need food. So this is a different race, Lantarians. They're not the race you have on your starting planet, which are Gastarians. The Lantarians don't chop wood as efficiently. They're only 100%, where the Gastarians are 200%, so they're chopping at double the rate. So that's fine. I have a few Gastarians here that are going to help me chop the initial wood. Most of these colonists are going to be put to work in buildings. Alright, the small transport is moving back to pick up supplies. He should come back, and when he does, yeah, here we go. I can empty all that. You know, I think that he did empty it out. Alright, already emptied it. With that, we can build our miners. Get a few people here. I'm going to take these out because they're better at chopping wood. Put these in. And why not put another farm? Now what I can do here is I'm going to hop back over here, recruit 5 of them, hop back over here, send the transport over to pick those 5 up. Now I wish there was a way I could do that through the UI without having to jump through, but for the time being we're going to do that. We're going to bring some food over. That should be enough to get our planet going. Alright, it should be enough wood for this, because we're not building anything else that's going to require wood. Everything else, iron part, I do need to send the vehicle over to get that. Let's see here. Why don't you go over and get me some parts here so I can build a research center here. Now this is where the recruitment office is handy. It will speed that up, so when I do colonize a new planet, this recruitment goes a lot quicker. That way I'm not having to send the ships back constantly to resupply. But I don't mind sending them back here initially. Research lab, I do want to see what's on this planet in terms of wildlife. The Anglernid, he is a little bit of a better troop than those, so I may want to build a wildlife center here, just so I can recruit them and, you know, I'll load them up. And even though those Karchmar are pretty overpowered at this point, these first few planets are a little tedious to set up, I will admit. I think I need to add some research options here. More buildings that can speed this process up. Just so you're not waiting around as much, because once you set these first up, you really kind of want to get into the space aspect and start moving. And they did move into that planet, so we're going to have to clear them out if we want to expand. Which I was really hoping they would go that way, but they're going this way. That's okay. I'm going to send these guys over to prepare
Setting
for that.
course.
As soon as I send those ships into a faction that I'm not at war with, it'll start a war and they will start attacking me. So I'm going to wait until I have enough to invade. If they would have went this way, I would have been able to set something up here and they would have been blocked, but because they kind of got there first, I probably should have sent a ship over earlier and just built a space station there. That way they wouldn't have invaded, because I'm not currently at war with them. But, well, just one extra step here. Alright, I do want to set a space station up here. Can I trade without a space station? I think I can. Okay, I don't need a space station. While we're waiting here, I need to research the Razor. A little bit of a better ship. How long did that take? 10 minutes. Alright. Build some Corvettes. And we're going to put them over here. I think 3 Corvettes should be enough to set up a base there and set up enough defenses that should hold them off. While I get this planet established here. Alright, I need to send somebody over to start setting these up. Now another thing I could do here is build a mech factory, not specifically to build combat mechs, to build worker mechs. Actually, you know what, I'm going to do that, so let's try that out. The worker mechs are good for these initial planets because they're not restricted by the 2-minute wait time for the recruitment. You can build them pretty quickly. So it'll just let us set this up a little quicker. The one drawback they do have is that they'll consume energy. But that's fine, we're more concerned with pulling the parts off of this planet, not the... Oh, I do have a tank. I should use that for the next invasion. Okay. Well, we go and build one, but we're gonna quickly be able to build more. Where are you? There you are. And we're gonna go ahead and set up these mines over here, which we should have almost everything to do that quickly. Oh, I built the wrong thing. Need a worker bot. I was wondering why that was taking so long to build. Combat mechs cannot be assigned to buildings, so he's just gonna hang out and enjoy the view. I'll put him, I'll load him up somewhere. Put him here. I think I can actually put them in this one. Yeah, put them in there. Alright, worker bots. That's what we need here. And we got more recruit. Alright, that should possibly be enough to fill up these buildings here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more people here. We should be good. I think I'm going to cut the cost of these worker bots. 25 energy cell. Purpose of these guys is to set up a quick base, and when they cost that much, it's kind of hard to do that. Although I'm not producing the most energy I can. I need to move these over. Let's move these over here. We need energy right now. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 more colonists. Here's 1. 3 more colonists. And 2 more. And we got 2 more. Alright, this should get this planet. Let's go ahead and set this up. Set our transport up. Get these 2 guys assigned first. Alright, let's make sure I'm producing 32 each. Actually, this iron part is what I'm concerned with. This is just going to produce extra. I can always pull that over later. Use this planet to stockpile some energy. Alright, so set up a trade route here. And what he's going to do, the ship is going to move from this planet, and I want to move it into this planet. Sure I'm going the right way. I think I'm going the wrong way. King. I want to move it from King. From King over this direction. Alright, and I need one more ship to... Yeah, see now I'm at 48 production, because I have 16 coming in from trade. If I get one more ship, I should have 64. That will be coming from that planet. And I have plenty of energy. I'm going to not trade that. I'm just going to let it all stockpile over here. Maybe I'll move it later. But I do want to set the ship up so I can get the get these over here. I may want to move. Tier 2 has some larger cargo ships, and I'm not gonna want to stay back here. I may want to move up to this planet, and then eventually move over to these and create a choke point there. But if I get a larger cargo ship, I should have enough just to move everything continuously from both of these planets into that planet. But I need tier 2, which this planet should give me. Alright, now you're
On
not
our
going
way.
over there. You are going to trade with King. You're going to go pick up this and move all this over here. Alright. Now we have the max production we can be making here. Again, we have so much energy. We don't really need to do anything with that. So we're going to pump out some Corvettes here. Although I could have waited for the Razor, that's okay. Five ships should be more than enough to go take this first base out. But this is going to start a war, and this faction will probably not leave me alone until I take out the rest of their planets here. And because I'm a little impatient, I'm just going to send them over there
Engaging
now.
enemy.
Yep, there we go.
Engaging hostile.
And I need a transport ship here. I'm gonna sneak in behind and dump off here. Take this very quickly here before they get too built up there. Actually, I could probably do that now. What do I have here? I need my ships that have my people in them. Oh, I got my Razor. All right. Because I may be getting attacked here, I'm gonna go ahead and get a turret just in case those guys get through and this planet does get attacked. Hope I do have an extra one. I've got research. Mining bot is not that helpful, so I'm not gonna research that. I need to find probably a better bot to research here first. Let's just do artillery. Alright, because these guys are so easy, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't have anyone. Where are all my people? Still over here? They are. What are you doing
Setting
over here?
course.
Get in the
Moving
fight.
there now.
You know, I think
Advancing
there's a
to
bug
position.
with these ships not. They get stuck, and I think that's what's happened to them. Yeah, that's not a good bug. They essentially get stuck here and they can't transport. Let's see if I can get them over.
Course set.
Just go there. Do that? No?
Moving out. We are on our way. On the move.
There, move
On
over
the
here.
move.
Come on. I don't know why they don't like to. Transport ship moved fine. Now I wonder if I can. I'm gonna try to do something. Let's go drop that guy off. Yes, okay. Now, if I can reach you, I'm gonna cancel. See if you show up here. Yep, there we go. Okay.
Course set.
Do that with him. He's gonna go over there and pick him back up. Oh, we never dumped him off. Alright. Supply, cancel. That should put him over here. Yeah.
We are on our way.
Yeah, there we go. Alright.
Moving there now.
All of you but you should be attacking.
Attacking. Engaging enemy.
Oh we should be able to win this battle pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for my transport ship. Anyway, yeah, here we go. Let's put these guys down. Should be enough to actually kill them. Again, the AI is not very tough on the planets. Although they're almost dead. Let's see if I get the other one over here. Alright, I've got this planet. I just need to clear out the space station. What are you guys doing?
Engaging enemy.
Yeah, kill that first. At least get him
Setting
distracted.
course.
Alright, there we go. Alright.
Engaging enemy.
Alright. What's gonna happen though is we've started a war with this faction and they're gonna start sending ships, so
On the move.
I'm just gonna
Going
set
there
them
now.
up here while I colonize this planet. And I need to send my transport over.
Going now.
Stay near
Advancing
that
to
warp
position.
gate there. And load these back up. So they're not needed anymore. Don't tell me that transport ship can't move. Oh, there he goes. Deploy here and start building. Collect wood. Yes, I know I need a farm. Can I build a farm? Yes, I can. Alright. What do we have? Lantarians. So, I'm gonna need some supplies of wood. Send him back. Oh, you know what? I should supply him with. I need people. I know what? I should get some people over here. I'm just gonna build a bunch of worker bots right here. How many do I need? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 should be enough for now. And these can help me transport
Going now.
them.
On our way.
Alright, go more wood. Passengers. One more. Alright, that should help me get this set up quite a bit quicker here. But I'm gonna need to set up some energy quick to support those worker bots. good on wood. We need to deploy those bots there. Need your help. Alright, let's get working on some energy. You're gonna hang out for a second. We need iron. You know what? Why don't you go get some iron? No, it's only 28. How about iron parts? Let's build a space station. Do we need a space station here? Yeah. I think this is gonna be my front where I push to fight these factions here. So I'm gonna set up a base here so I can just build ships right here and push them up. I need to run over there and get that tier 2. Oh, I need a research station. Okay. Research lab. I can then research tier 2 as soon as these are done and go get that planet. Starships have been spotted. Yeah, you're not gonna do much there. Alright, we don't need wood. Stop cutting wood. We need parts. And we need energy. Here. These worker bots are also nice because they're quite a bit quicker than the other colonists, so you can move them over. And we have plenty of food. Let's put these guys. This colonist in. No, stop cutting wood. We need energy and fabricators. Go back. What do you have for me? I need you to go back and get more bots and grab some of that. Alright, you've done your job. We need iron parts. Iron parts. And we can research tier 2. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to take 15 minutes. That should give us enough time to set this up, and then we'll send some people over here and get them ready. So as soon as we have tier 2, we can... Here's titanium. We want titanium, so we'll send colonist over here to set up titanium. I'm tempted just to send these corvettes up and take out these planets before they expand too far. That faction, all these planets are going to be colonized by the time I get over there. Alright, let's put our space station. Should I build this? Yeah, let's build it back here. Out of the way. What are you doing? my bots? Yes, he does. 2 there. And I need energy. All these bots are a little expensive. So looks like I need 1 more fabricator and I should be good. And 2 more people can I afford? Yeah. Do have 1 guy cutting wood here, which is good. We'll keep some wood production here. Alright, let's see if I should have 32 production here. Yes, that's what I need. Alright. More ships. Alright, I have 12 minutes here. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I'm gonna save this. We'll pick up here next time. Actually, you know what? Let me kill this guy. Oh, there he is. Alright, I'm gonna save this here and go ahead and stop the stream, and we'll pick this up next time. So thank you for anyone who did join, and look for next time when we see. Next time we're going to go over and start our tier 2 research here, start getting some titanium. That should give us some pretty interesting items here that have not been shown yet. Larger cargo ships, larger passenger ships. We'll try to do some fun things with the passenger ship. We can load up. Let's see here. We'll load up some creatures here and invade with just creatures. We also want to find there the Ursacetus is a good guy to grab and invade with. He's pretty powerful. So next time we'll load some of those up and see if we can take out this faction. So thank you everyone for joining.